I am Reverend Father Pius J.C. Aqua. I bring to you this morning teachings of the Catholic Church. Today, I would want us to discuss the last 4 things to remember on earth. And they are 1. Death. 2. Judgment. 3. Heaven. And 4. Hell. The book of Hebrews, chapter 9, verse 27, makes us understand that it is appointed unto man to die but once, and after death, judgment. Life does not end after death. Life continues, or even begins for the Christian after death. Therefore, we need to prepare ourselves for the life hereafter, for the life after death. When we die, we receive judgment, and there are 2 kinds of judgment. 1. Particular judgment. This is the judgment the individual undertakes or goes through right upon death. Then we have the second type of judgment called the general judgment. This is the judgment that happens at the last day when the trumpet blasts and God comes together with his angels to bring together and bring before his presence both the living and the dead. After judgment, you have 2 places for the soul. The soul will either go to heaven or go to hell. Oftentimes from the scripture passages, we are tempted to believe, to conclude that heaven is a geographical place. Heaven is a state of being, a condition of being. Heaven is the state where the soul is in union with God. Hell is also a state where the soul desires, longs for, yearns for, wish to have God, but cannot have God. It is where the soul is separated from God. And when the soul is separated from God, we term it hell. Now, ask yourself, am I going to make it to heaven or going to make it to hell? Do I know I will die one day? Do I know that after death there is judgment? And with the judgment, where will I find myself? This is what the church encourages and calls out to her members to meditate upon, to think about daily. There are scripture passages to support these teachings. You find on your screen some passages from scripture. Do read and get a better understanding of the last 4 things to remember on earth. I would mention a few, but not all. Oftentimes, scripture passages make us believe that heaven is a geographical place. Reading from Revelation chapter 21, verse 21. When you read also Matthew chapter 25, verse 34, we may want to believe that it is a place. When you read also about hell from Revelations chapter 21, verse 21, and also Matthew chapter 25, verse 41, you can also read other passages from scripture that will tell us about the glorified body we receive after death. Philippians chapter 3, verse 20 to verse 21. It makes us understand that after death, the body that we get is a glorified or a glorious body, not a vile body. And this body cannot be confined, cannot be hindered, cannot be stopped in any way by the physical structures and burdens around. Live a life that will make you merit heaven after death. Do not forget death, judgment, heaven, and hell. The last 4 things to remember on earth. Next time we'll discuss the three forms of the church. Stay safe and be blessed.